Hello everyone, welcome to the video. We're talking about Alaris Equity Partners Income Trust, AD/UN.TO today. Now, this is what I want to call a BDC, but looking at it, people have called it a royalty trust, people have called it a whole ton of stuff. Basically, what the company does is they give companies money to help grow in return for owning basically like preferred equity and all that stuff like that. So if we go to it, it's like, we believe the best companies are not for sale. They target private companies, which is like really unique for this. Strategy. So permanent equity partner, Allies forms partnerships with private companies whose owners want to maintain control of their business, dictate the time horizon, business culture, strategic vision, operation. We partner with the best management teams in a respective industry and provide true long-term financing without the risk of refinancing on them, while also allowing entrepreneurs the opportunity to maintain control of the long-term objective, retain control, align interest, culture. Breaks it all down. This is what they pretty much look for. So investment size is 10 to 100 million. Historical free cash flow, excess of 3 million. And owner maintains control, and it breaks down all their partnerships right here, which we're actually going to go into. Feel free to look into this more, or feel free to pause the video if you guys want to actually look at it, but I'm just going to quickly say the name, the industry, and we're going to move on. So 3E LLC, Industrial Utility Services. And if I butcher these names, I apologize. Ascient, IT Staffing, Consulting, and Outsourced Service. Amore Financial Group, Inc., Financial Services. Body Contour Centers LLC, Healthcare Cosmetic Surgery. Brown and Settle Investment LLC, Industrial Site Preparation. Carey Electric Contracting LLC, Electrical Contractor. DNT Construction, Industrials Civil Construction Services. Edgewater Tech Associates. Business Services Professional and Technical Service Firm. Fleet Advantage LLC, Transportation. GWN Holdings Inc., Business Services Digital Marketing Solution. Heritage Restoration LLC, Industrials, it's masonry. LMS Reinforcing Steel Group, Industrial Materials, Rebar Fabrication and Installation. Planet Fitness Growth Partners, Consumer Discretionary Health and Fitness Club. Sagamore Plumbing and Heating, Industrials, it is Commercial Plumbing, HVAC, and Facility Maintenance Services. SCR Mine Technology and Mining Services. Unify Management Consulting. Stride Consulting LLC Consulting. Vehicle Leasing Holdings LLC is auto leasing. And that is all 19 partners they currently have. And everything looks really good, honestly. I have no complaints. It's really good diversified. Now, what happened? Because we go to this monthly chart. Why did it go from 1769 at the beginning of May, and then towards the end of May, now it's 1574? That's a pretty big drop. What happened? That's kind of scary. I'll tell you what happened. Their Q1 report came out, and you can see right here, massively missed their earnings. Now, there's a good reason for this. Normally, this would horrify people, like, oh my god, what happened? Reading through the Q1 breaks it down. So, revenue of $36.7 million and cash from operations of 17.5 mil, representing a 7 and 51% decrease, respectively, as compared to the same quarter last year. On a per unit basis, revenue was 81 cents, which is down 8%. Okay, whatever, it's down a moderate amount. And the cash from operation is 0.39, a 50% decrease. That's horrifying. You don't want to see that. But going down here, it says this. Subsequent to March 31st of 2023, Alaris entered into a settlement discussions with respect to the outstanding litigation arising from the Sandbox acquisitions. It breaks down the company, in which the parties have agreed to the core terms and are working on an agreement to finalize the settlement. And basically they go on to basically be like, well, we expect to win. This is just a quick way, as they say right here. Well, the trust believes they would have ultimately prevailed in a litigation given the inherent risk associated with the process and its protracted nature and associated legal costs. which were approximately $4 million in the 12 months of December 31st of 2022. Alone, the decision was made to proceed with settlement discussion. So they basically took that massive hit this quarter, writing off their gain and losses, and was like, hey, that's why our quarter sucked. So purely due to legal reasons, it's a one-time write-off. If we go down, even a CEO brings it up. While our Q1 was negatively impacted by a one-time item, the settlement, the fundamentals of our business remain stable, and we are excited to have added a new partner, FMP. And it breaks it all down, going over all this stuff, and you can see right here, there was an 80.3% decline in basic earnings, and it breaks it all down. You can see right here, EBITDA is down 59%, purely thanks to the cash from operation. Distributions is up as well, so that also was a factor. Fully diluted earnings is down 79.7%. And then they basically continue to break it down. So now you might be thinking, well, okay, that's great and all, but what's the payout ratio? The payout ratio, which they explained right here, the actual payout ratio for the 3 months of Q1 was 60%, which is within the target range. Now, Alaris aims for a relatively low payout ratio so they can sustain the dividend in bad times, and they can continue to acquire companies like they did with FMP. So overall, if you're looking for a income trust, which is, sorry, I don't know why I did that in quotations. If you're looking for an income-focused company that has a good history of dividend growth, this would be a very good one. So a good example. Sorry, before I end this, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. There we go. So as you guys can see, 3%, 6%, 6.9, and then they switch for quarterly, so I'm not going to count that. Then you guys can see it's all monthly, 1.8, nothing. So they haven't been at it for a long time. They have had a few consistent quarters of dividend hikes while maintaining a very large yield. And with it being down so much, I think now's a good time to pick it up. As long as it's below $16, which is my target price, that's what I'm going to be picking it up as. Now, sadly, this next paycheck, I won't have enough to buy 100 shares, which would be the goal. And I'm totally going to miss the first distribution. Or I think that's a Q2 distributions coming up, isn't it? There you go. They have one coming up in June from the looks of it. So I might hit that one, but ultimately I want this for the good exposure. It has a solid working team. They've been able to sustain a very high yield. They're still making really good progress. You saw 14% preferred equity yield in this investment, which is really good. And overall, they seem to be doing just a-okay. So I'm more than comfortable buying this here and riding it out because, again, this is just a one-time settlement fee. It's not going to go on from here. They just said, here's probably what our loss is. We'll take it here now. It's going to suck, but here we go. So again, that's just my opinion. Feel free to tell me your guys's, but this is definitely going to be the next thing I'm adding to my portfolio. And with that said, have a good one. Bye.